In the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. I'm talking about page 192, but actually, first of all, let us have a short review of what we said on page 191. Okay, you remember in my last presentation, just now, we talked about a sentence like 5 to be not good in English, but good in Farsi and Arabic. Okay, so a sentence like 5. So we say English is non-pro-drop language, but Farsi and Arabic are pro-drop languages. Okay, now from these types of evidence that we had here, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6, we have come to the conclusion that line 3, but after speaks he, number 6, okay, 3 lines below number 6, there is something like this. Chomsky claims that there is good reason to believe that direct negative evidence is not necessary. Okay, not necessary. We don't have don'ts and do's and don'ts for the child. Okay, but indirect negative evidence may be relevant. Okay, as we had it here. Now let us go to page 192. The first line of the page 192, as I have underlined, it's good for you to remember. Okay, acquisition cannot crucially depend on correction. You're not going to correct the children. Okay, and as there is 3 types of, in fact, direct, negative, direct, indirect, negative and positive evidences that we said on page 190 and 191. This is bad. Which one is bad? Acquisition cannot depend upon correction. No corrections. Negative evidence, direct negative evidence. Okay. Anyway, line 1. Well, we don't want to talk about the rest of the materials on this page 192. Well, if you want to have, there are good things for you to learn, but we just go to, in fact, something that we already talked about, and it was poverty of stimulus, which says that we don't teach the children. We don't teach human beings anything. Okay, actually, the human beings develop. We say some hands to human beings, and they develop a good system. So if we want to actually teach children, we'll teach them little things, and they develop to be in fact big scientists. In terms of language, we actually see that the child actually go here and there and play, and at the same time develop a very complicated system called language. Okay, so why we say that? Well, the stimuli that we give to the child is not so good, but the response by the child, learning language, acquiring language, is so good. We don't give enough things to them to learn, but their learning is excellent. Why? We call this as poverty of stimulus. So this poverty of stimulus means that there must be something inside. This type of thing actually develops language. So we just give some not so good examples. They develop very good systems out of this, in fact, little or bad or meager, M-E-A-G-R-E, meager data. Okay, that's it. So I don't want to talk about page 193 and 194. I am done with this. In fact, these pages. Well, you don't need to, in fact, be concerned about these pages. Our next discussion actually is on page 197 for the next week. Okay, learning strategies for the next week. Thank you very much. If you have got questions, please, in fact, let me know in my WhatsApp group with you. Take care. Everybody take care.